Hi everyone. I'm super excited to share the behind the scenes of a really special piece I just finished. This idea was super fun and a bit different. I had so much fun bringing it to life, and I can't wait to hear what you think. So let's rewind the clock 8 days and see how it all began. Let's dive in. Let's start with the base first. I picked a square wooden board, but to make it look more interesting and give it a bit of a 3D effect, I decided to cut it into a circle. Later on, I'll be using another circular plastic sheet with a slightly smaller diameter. It's the gray one leaning against the wall that you probably noticed earlier. Just make sure to leave an even border all the way around the edge. We'll need that later. I used silicone glue to stick the two circular pieces together. Oh, and here's a little tip. The plastic sheet usually has two sides, one smooth and one slightly textured. I placed the textured side facing up so it can hold on better for the next steps. Just a heads up, patience is key here, because rushing this part usually means a sticky mess. And if you're feeling extra careful, maybe wear gloves. Your fingers will thank you later. After prepping the surface, I started sketching the bird. Does anyone here enjoy drawing too? I'd love to know, what's your favorite way to sketch? Do you use a projector, the grid method, or something else? I personally choose to draw by numbers. Do you happen to know any unique or fun sketching techniques? I really enjoy trying different approaches to keep things interesting. Even a small tip can make the process more enjoyable. It's fascinating how a simple change can spark new creativity. Feel free to share your ideas in the comments. I'd love to learn from you. Once I've mapped out the basic shape of the bird, I drill a few holes in the right spots. Choose them wisely, because these holes are like the bird's anchor points. You don't want to end up with a wonky frame. Then, I use metal rods to build a supporting frame. At this stage, make sure to get the beak positioned just right. It's going to be the focal point. And hey, if you mess up, just pretend it's part of the bird's quirky charm. Nobody's perfect. I have to admit, my welding skills used to be pretty bad. The welding smoke even scared me. But after lots of practice, I've finally tamed the beast. The next step is shaping the inner core. To start, I grabbed some wire. Think of it as the bird's skeleton. It's the backbone that gives everything its shape. First, I created a rough frame using wire to get the basic form. After that, I sprayed expanding foam over it. Why foam? Because it's lightweight, easy to carve, easy to transport, and much more flexible to work with. But remember, every step needs to closely follow the reference model to ensure the proportions are accurate. Once the foam is completely dry, I'll need a small, sharp knife to carve away the excess and shape the muscles and contours of the bird. Just remember to shave off thin layers gradually. Don't go too deep all at once, or our bird might lose a little too much muscle. Next, I'll be using this. This is air dry clay. You can actually swap the air dry clay for any material that's easy to find and works for you, like cement or wall putty, for example. But I usually stick with this clay because it's lightweight and super easy to work with. I used to work with ready-made or self-mixed modeling pastes, even cement sometimes, but lately, I've totally fallen for air dry clay. That said, if you want a nice, smooth surface, using just your hands won't cut it. You'll definitely need a few tools to help refine the details. Oh, and don't forget, the inner core should be slightly smaller, so when you cover it with clay, everything fits just right. Otherwise, your bird might end up looking a bit too well fed from snacking. Covering the clay is when I feel both excited and a little tense. Excited because I feel like a kid playing with Play-Doh again, and because the shape finally starts to take form. But tense, too, since I have to really focus to keep all the proportions just right. This type of clay dries pretty quickly, so if you're new to it, just take a little at a time to avoid wasting material. While working, I usually walk around, tilt my head, look from every angle, anything to spot if something looks off. Don't be afraid to reshape things multiple times. The more precise you are at this stage, the easier it'll be when it's time to paint or add small details later. Anyone who's done this step before probably knows that almost done feeling that actually isn't done at all. One time, I was sculpting a tiger, but I got so caught up in shaping the clay that the tiger ended up with chubby cheekbones, like it just loves eating and refuses to move. Seeing that tiger with its chubby cheeks, all I could do was laugh it off and spend quite a bit of time fixing it until it looked better. Sometimes, creating art is just like life. We're not perfect, but those imperfections help us learn, improve, and become better. The process of making handmade art isn't just about the final product, but also the fun memories along the way. Of course, there are moments when you get frustrated because nothing seems quite right. But isn't that what makes it all so interesting? Have you ever tried making a piece of art? Don't hesitate to share your experience in the comments. I always read every single comment to understand your thoughts and to learn and grow myself. Let's forget about that chubby tiger for a moment and get back to our bird. I've now reached the eyes, a part one care about deeply. I used round glass pieces to create the eyeballs. For me, the eyes are the soul of the entire piece, so every tiny detail needs to be handled with care and precision. Art doesn't just teach me patience and attention to detail, it's also my way of releasing pressure and letting go of worries. Are you currently pursuing something you're passionate about? Or have you had to set it aside because of life? Either way, I hope you still keep that flame alive. Don't let it go out completely. Let's forget about that chubby tiger for now and get back to our bird. I've reached the part where I work on the eyes, a detail I care deeply about. I chose round glass pieces for the eyeballs. To me, the eyes are the soul of the entire piece, so every little detail has to be done with care and precision. I truly believe that if the eyes are done well, half the sculpture already comes to life. There were times when placing the eyes just slightly off made the whole piece look off, like you couldn't tell if the bird was sad or mad. Eyes can carry emotion in a way molds never can. Every time I reach this step, I find myself pausing more, looking closely, turning the piece from every angle, just to make sure the gaze can truly connect with whoever's looking at it. I'll be painting the eyes soon, stay tuned for that part. For me, art isn't just about patience and attention to detail, it's also how I release pressure and let go of stress. What about you? Are you chasing something you're passionate about? Or have you had to set it aside because life got too busy? Either way, I hope you still hold on to that spark. Don't let it fade away completely. Sometimes, just a little time each day is enough to rekindle the light within. Start again, even if it's just a small step. Passion doesn't need to be perfect. It only needs your courage to carry on. Each of us carries something beautiful inside, though sometimes we forget how to see it. Every journey has its moments of weariness, but never forget why you started. No matter how slow today feels, you are still moving forward. Allow yourself to make mistakes, to learn, and then stand stronger. And if you lose your way, take a moment of silence to listen to your heart. Don't compare yourself to others, because every step you take has its own value. There will always be success waiting for those who keep trying and believe in themselves. May you always find pieces of yourself in the things you love. After covering the clay and fully shaping all the parts, take a moment to check your model again. Make sure it looks like a bird, not a clown. Then I mix up some acrylic paint, sawdust, and glue and spread it all over the surface. Don't be surprised if it looks all dark and messy. No laughing aloud just yet. It might not look great now, but this layer actually makes the clay stronger and helps the colors pop later on. The fun part's coming up soon. It's gonna look awesome, so keep your eyes peeled. This is the part I've been waiting for the most, adding color to this huge bird. I use acrylic paint. It looks beautiful, dries fast, has no strong smell, and sticks well to many different materials. Each tiny brushstroke comes together to create a lively bird. Layer by layer, detail by detail, it slowly reveals a story told through images. I always love exploring new materials and ideas, pushing boundaries with unique artistic styles. I enjoy experimenting with painting combined with sculpture and different materials. The more original, the better. I want each piece to be more than just a painting. It's an experience you feel with your eyes and heart. Combining painting and sculpture brings my subjects to life, like they could step out of the artwork. From afar, it looks like a painting, but up close, you see depth and texture. Each work is an experiment, an adventure without fixed rules. When I'm free to create, I'm truly myself in every brushstroke and detail. Starting a new piece is always exciting and a bit nerve-wracking. When it's done, it's more than art, it's my story and passion. I hope you feel the joy I put into every detail. Have you ever painted before? If yes, what paints or materials do you love to use? If not, give it a try sometime. Who knows? You might be a hidden painting genius waiting to be discovered. Wait, don't go just yet, there's one last step. But before that, can I ask you something? Do you think my signature is as cool as my ridiculously handsome face? Smiling face with sunglasses. Just kidding. This is the final step. I am going to use these brass upholstery nails to create an even border along the outer edge. It not only looks nice, but also adds a sturdy frame and a unique touch. Instead of using a regular wooden frame, I wanted to try something a bit different. Compared to wood, this method is not only more unique, but also more budget-friendly. Just one tip: make sure to sketch the border with a pencil first and evenly space out the nails. If not, things could get real messy and maybe even a little funny looking. Oh, and one more thing. If you still love your fingers and plan to use them for a while, be extra careful with the hammer. Don't let it give your finger a big, painful kiss. Almost there, just be patient and wait for the final result. I believe once it's done, you'll see it wasn't a bad idea at all. All done. Now let's sit back and enjoy the result of this fun little journey. What do you think about this painting? Please leave your thoughts down in the comments below. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, share the video, and subscribe to my channel to support me. Thanks so much for watching all the way through. See you in the next video. Bye for now. Bye.